in the Arizona market. So again, if you're in Arizona, you want to pay close attention. So this is a great quote from our CEO, Mr. Robert McNulty, and we'll talk about him a little bit more in a moment. New ideas bring us new opportunity to a crossroads where pause or moving forward with bold new initiatives of disrupting the disruptors can happen. So we're basically focused on, again, who are the disruptors? Uber, Lyft, worth billions of dollars, completely disrupted the taxi or the transport industry and have made history. But we believe with our innovation, we can actually disrupt their model and bring more innovation to the consumer and start siphoning off some of that market share. And we like to say, make the rideshare industry the way that it should be. And here's what I mean by that. So when we look at the industry as a whole, how is it that Uber and Lyft now have serviced so many people? There's about 15 million rides per day, and they're worth billions of dollars, but the drivers are the backbone of the rideshare industry. No question about it. But if you do the research out there, a lot of drivers are giving pushback to these big companies because they feel that they're underpaid, underappreciated in many regards. If you do the research and you talk to a lot of drivers out there, and for those of you that are drivers now can concur what I'm saying, some drivers have shown me they're getting anywhere from 30%, sometimes 50%. The highest I've seen is 64% of their income is taken away by the company. It's almost 64%. So then after you take out 64% of the hard-earned income you've created, now you got to deduct gas, mileage, maintenance. So they're barely making money to get by when you really start deducting all of this. So what did we do to solve this problem? Well, Tryp Technologies, we are a SaaS business model, first of all, which means software as a service. And what we've done is very unique. Our drivers that register with Tryp Rides in Arizona are going to pay a low monthly fee, but you get to keep 100% of the fare and the tip on every single ride. You heard me correct. Some of you might have just said, wait a minute, did he say what I think he said? Yes, you're going to be able to keep 100% of the fare and the tip on every single ride. So start asking yourself, how much more money would you be able to put in your pocket if you were getting 100% of the fare and the tip? You know, some people have told me $300, $500, $1,000, $1,500 more in your pocket being able to keep 100% of the fare and the tip. We don't touch it at all. Our riders our riders enjoy low fares and innovation, which we're going to talk about here in a moment. But before we really start diving into the pain points that we've solved in the industry, which is completely very valuable in the marketplace and important for a company to get massive growth in any industry, you got to have a unique selling proposition. So before we start talking about our innovation and why you should join Tryp Rides and the movement that we have going on, let's look at the industry as a whole so you understand where it's at and where it's going and where you can see a fit. So right now in the industry, in the US, there's more than 2 million drivers right now earning a living in the rideshare industry. Now, I'm in Orange County, California. I live in Irvine, California. Between Orange County, California, and Los Angeles County, there are about 86,000 drivers. Okay, I want you guys to remember that number, 86,000 drivers. New Orleans has something around 111,000 drivers, right? It's a massive, massive industry. Now, in terms of the riders, right now, Uber and Lyft are worth billions and billions of dollars. There's about 60 million users of the rideshare industry, right? Over the past few years, more and more people are taking ride shares. Now, I even saw an article the other day where the car industry, a lot of owners of these big car lots, etc., are talking about they see a downturn in regards to people actually purchasing vehicles because more people are opting to just use rideshare, right? It's more convenient. It's faster, it's more convenient. People can, work on projects as they're getting rides to work or the airport or to dinners, etc. It's much easier for the consumer. So now they're seeing that people are buying less vehicles because of the rideshare industry. Now, when you look at it, where's this market going? This is so important because it gives you a snapshot of where you can actually go and grow as a company. Right now, this just blows my mind, you guys. There's about $285 billion is going to be grown or created in this industry by 2030. 285 billion with a B. Right now, there's 15 million rides per day. 15 million, right? That's astonishing, but where's that going? To 97 million rides every single day. So ask yourself, is this an industry that is moving forward? You see, in business, as an entrepreneur, you got to be a friend of the trend, right? You got to study the trends. You got to plug into things that are moving forward, and you got to understand consumer behavior. So again, are consumers gravitating away from this or gravitating towards this? Absolutely. And the reason I bring that up is because consumers will always dictate the market, right? Consumers will always dictate the market. So consumers right now are not going to go backwards and start taking more taxis again. Just like you and I, like myself and Duke and Mark and all of you that are on right now, we're not all of a sudden going to go start riding horses again, right? We've already been educated. We already like where the industry is. And again, consumers dictate the market. So here's our projected US markets that we are going to be launching this year. Our goal is to be in 100 markets this year. And as we start maximizing those markets throughout this year and half of next year, we're looking at about 400,000 drivers. But the good news for all of you that are on right now on this webinar for Arizona, here's the good news. Arizona is going to be the first market that we focus our attention to, and that drivers are actually on the road. And we're about to do this very, very quickly. So we're focusing a lot of our energies right now in Phoenix, Scottsdale, and also what's the other one out there? Tucson. Okay, so we're going to really focus our energies out there. We're going to talk about that in detail in just a moment. So now, in regards to, hold on one second. Sorry, my 4-year-old and 3-year-old just woke up. So who's our competition? This is really important to understand, because when you study your competition as a business, it allows you to see where you can grow as a company, but also what you can actually supersede, right? We can actually grow bigger than this. Why? Because the education is already done for the consumer. Uber, it's a household name, right? They're in over 60 countries, worth over $70 billion, getting ready for their IPO. Lyft, the same thing, right? They're worth billions and billions of dollars. Now, one of the things that you're going to notice here, and one thing I love about Uber, their brand is so strong. My good friend, Mr. Al Powell, who I believe is on this presentation right now, he always says, even when he's going to take a different service in the rideshare industry like Lyft or Via or something, he always tells people, I'm going to get an Uber. That's how strong the brand is. But if we look at Via, some of you might have heard of Via and some of you might not have. They've been around since Lyft has been around, since 2012, but they're only in 3 markets. There's multiple companies out there, Curb, Lyft, Via, you name it, right? Rideshare companies are all over the place. But what's the problem? Why aren't you hearing about them? Why aren't they getting traction like Uber and Lyft? Because they're cookie cutter. All the rideshare companies that are launching right now are basically trying to duplicate what Lyft and Uber did, right? Now, as a business, if you want to siphon off market share, you have to have what I call a USP, a unique selling proposition, right? What's unique about your company that's going to convince or give incentives to the consumer to leave a service, business, or platform that they're already on to come over to yours? So what sets us apart as Tryp Rides? Well, number one is our exclusivity. It's by member invitation only. So if someone wants to be a driver or an influencer, which you'll hear about in just a moment, with our organization, you have to be invited by another member. Okay, so we have that exclusivity. Here's one of the things that is absolutely powerful is our SaaS model. We have a flat fee membership where drivers pay as low as $199 a month to take full advantage of our disruptive technology. Now, again, I've talked to so many drivers, you guys, in so many different companies, and they tell me, Bishop, I can make $199 in 1 day or 2 days driving right now. So that would mean the rest of my month would be free, right? Absolutely. So here's a question to ask yourself. Would you pay $199 for a platform to be a driver, but get 100% of your fare? Or would you rather keep having the company take 30, 50, 64% of your income on every single drive that you do, right? Which one outweighs the other? So when you look at that, you're talking about you're still saving a massive, massive amounts of money. But also, here's what's really cool. We also have instant payments. So with the other rideshare companies out there, when you do a drive and you take that passenger from point A to point B, the company, right, whether it's Uber, Lyft, Via, whoever it is, they take the money first, take their portion, and then give you your portion, right? We have instant payments. Our unique peer-to-peer technology allows users to pay you directly. We never even touch your money. Every driver that's in the Arizona market, you're going to have your own merchant. So that means when the rider pays you, for instance, if Duke comes and picks me up, and Duke takes me to my destination, I pay through the app, that money goes directly to Duke's bank account. Tryp Rides never takes it and then gives it to Duke. It goes directly into his bank account. So it's very, very powerful. Now, we wanted to create what we call a true sharing economy where everyone wins. The riders win, the drivers win, and even the spectator wins. And how do we do that? Well, we have a free viral app that allows anyone to earn cash every single time they refer a user to our platform. Now, this is going to blow you guys away, and we're going to go into detail about this here in just a moment. But also, it's more lucrative. Again, the drivers make 100% of the fare and the tip. So everything we've talked about so far has been for the driver, the benefit for the driver. Now, I want you to understand, all of you that are in Arizona and you are drivers out in Arizona, the reason that there's such a disconnect in the companies right now, if you do the research, you can see that drivers are protesting, they're rallying against Uber, Lyft, some of these other companies. Again, nothing's wrong with those companies. We have, we're not trying to outdo those companies. They're great. They've, put money in people's pockets. We just have more innovation and solutions that we're bringing to the industry. But there is a disconnect. And the reason for that, and the reason that the drivers feel that they're treated poorly, is because with those companies, the rider is their customer. The passenger is their customer, not the driver. Here with Tryp Rides, and as we launch in the Arizona market, guess what? All of you drivers in Arizona, you're our customer. This is why we're treating you so well. This is why you see all of this innovation and solutions to help you guys get free, right? To help you guys start earning more money, taking care of your families better. You're our customers, not the riders, not the passengers. So here's what we have that's really good for a rider out there, a passenger. We have no surcharge ever. If you do the research again with these other companies, you'll see even celebrities are really pushing back at the surcharge. They feel that it's a manipulation of the price. I was on with a gentleman a few months ago who had a passenger in his vehicle. He's a driver, and this guy was upset because the day before he took the exact same drive, the exact same route, and it was $20. But now the next day it was $40. And he was asking the driver, why is it $40 when just yesterday it was $20? I'm going to the exact same place. And it was a surcharge. So riders are going to really feel comfortable that we have no surcharge ever. So now you can get into your vehicle, go to any destination, anytime, day or night, any event, and you're still going to pay the same price. So I think that's going to attract a lot of people to our platform. But where are we going? So this is our comic relief slide right here, because I believe with our innovation, our referral marketing pay structure that you're going to see in just a moment, I believe we're going to absolutely start dominating the market. But in 2019, we're predicting, 75,000 drivers, 2020, 150,000 drivers, so on and so forth. I personally believe that we'll hit hundreds of thousands of drivers this first year. I personally believe we'll have over 100,000 drivers this first year. So that's kind of a comic relief slide for me, but it's very, very conservative. Now, let's talk a little bit about some of our innovation for all of you that are there in the Arizona market. Now, one of the other big pain points with drivers is, let's say, again, that I am a rider, I have the app, and I'm with Uber or Lyft or whoever I order a ride with, and let's just say that Tracy comes and picks me up. I have a great conversation with Tracy. I feel safe with Tracy, really like the way she conducts business as a driver. But guess what? After Tracy drops me off, I can no longer schedule with Tracy again. So that causes a disconnect. So here with Tryp Rides, guess what? A rider can schedule with their favorite driver. On the app, you're actually able to select and make a list of your favorite drivers, and you can schedule with them ahead of time. So just think about this. What does that mean for the rider? It's more security, more comfortability, but what does that mean for you as a driver in the Phoenix area? That means once we launch Phoenix, and Tucson and Scottsdale, you're able immediately to start building a real book of business. Think about this. What does that mean? Repeat customers. So what happens if we launch Phoenix, Scottsdale, and Tucson next month in March, right? For instance. And let's just say the next 3 months, you're starting, because you're one of the first drivers in the Arizona area. Guess what? 3 months from now, when more and more people are hearing about this, more riders are coming on, more drivers are coming on, you could have already built a solid book of business where you're making $500 a month, $1,000 a month, plus steadily because you have repeat customers. This is groundbreaking for all of you in the Arizona market, that you can build real book of business and repeat customers. In addition to that, we have something called the panic button, which is absolutely powerful. So when you look and do the, go online, one of the biggest issues with rideshare industry right now is security. Unfortunately, when you have human beings interacting, confrontations can happen between the rider and the driver and vice versa. So how do we solve that? We have something called the panic button. So we instantly know exactly where you are, right, in your trip. But let's just say there's a confrontation that starts. Instead of dialing 911, you can simply press a button. It'll connect with our support staff in that department. It will immediately alert the authorities and pinpoint them to your exact location without you dialing 911. And so we have a panic button for both the passenger, but also for the driver as well. And why do we have this? Why is this important? Because studies show if you get out your phone during a confrontation and you dial 911, everyone knows that finger movement, right, for dialing 911. And when someone knows that you just dialed 911, it typically escalates things. So with our application, that situation will not happen. They will have no idea that the authorities have been alerted and pinpointed to your location. So very, very powerful. We're also the first rideshare company that will be blockchain-based technology. So there's a lot of security there when you're doing your payments and you're conducting business, that all the transactions in the future will be going through our blockchain-based technology. Now, the last thing I'm going to say is the parent. Now, I have a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old. So me and my wife often can't do rideshare, right? Because they don't have car seats. So that's a whole demographic that's been completely ignored by the rideshare industry. But with us, a passenger is able to actually schedule with a driver that has the car seat functionality. So that brings on and ushers in a whole new level of a whole new demographic, if you will, to the rideshare industry. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, Bishop, this is powerful, right? This is groundbreaking. No one has ever done anything close to this in the rideshare industry. How did all of this come about? Well, this is really all the brainchild of our incredible visionary and CEO, Mr. Robert McNulty. This gentleman has already made history as an entrepreneur. He was actually the first person to create a platform on the internet where people were able to start buying products and services. He was the founder of shopping.com, which was the world's first online store. He sold that company for almost $700 million. So the reason I like to bring that up is that tells you that this person understands trends. Remember, I said as an entrepreneur, you got to be a friend of the trend, but he also understands consumer behavior. He understood consumers were going to want to use this technology called the internet to buy products. Now, that was a big run for him. He's had several successes since then, including a home shopping network, home shopping club, which he sold for hundreds of millions of dollars as well. And then he's had some that weren't as big. But I believe this next ride here with Tryp Rides is going to be his biggest run, his biggest legacy that he's going to leave the world because it is absolutely life-changing. So when I sat down with Mr. David Mata here, our CMO, Chief Marketing Officer, and co-founder, and Mr. Robert McNulty, and we started talking about the rideshare industry, the innovation, the uniqueness we could bring to the industry, I knew instantly that we had something very, very special here. And so David Mata is our CMO, an amazing gentleman, one of my best friends in the world. He and I own another company together, but just absolutely brilliant gentleman, bringing forth a lot of great marketing stuff for you guys to build out an incredible business. He's working in so many different departments with this company to make sure that it's absolutely successful. Then we have Rudy Brathwaite, our COO. Ash is our Director of Software Development. Art Richardson is our VP of Customer Service. And Anyone that's used our customer service will tell you it's phenomenal. I know in the rideshare industry with some of the bigger names out there, customer service is a big complaint that they don't have very good customer service. So we absolutely do. Jeff Arison is our CFO, Chief Financial Officer, and Alex is our CHRO. So we definitely have the dream team in place from an executive standpoint. Now, it's really important that you have the right people in the right place. I always tell people, if you look at Apple, Apple is where they are right now because of Steve Jobs, the visionary. Facebook is where they are because of Mark Zuckerberg. And we're blessed to have Mr. Robert McNulty and David Mata at the helm here for Tryp Rides. So how can you earn money? You guys are saying, okay, we love the innovation. We love the problems that you guys are solving in the marketplace, which is how you build a big business, right? You solve problems. But how can I earn money besides just doing all of this? So step one is you can share our app. And I'm going to go into detail with you guys on what that is like here in just a moment. How do you earn income by sharing our app? But also you can become a driver, which I highly, highly recommend, especially if you're in the Arizona market. Again, because history is about to be made. You guys will be some of the first drivers in the industry that are earning tremendous, tremendous income. Think about it, to be one of the first drivers to earn 100% of the fare and the tip. How powerful is that? In the world. Other drivers are not earning that. So you in Arizona have that opportunity. So remember, you get paid instantly. You keep 100% of the fare and the tip. And here's one thing I want you guys to recognize. I mentioned earlier that we have a membership-based model. You pay $199 per month to be a driver with Tryp Rides. But look what it says right here. If you refer 3 drivers, your membership is free. Let me say this again in English. If you refer 3 drivers, your membership is now free. So think about this. You now have a free business, 100% of the fare, 100% of the tip, getting paid directly, and you don't even have a membership. And we're helping you bring on your customers, the riders. It's just phenomenal, you guys. This is what I call my first hard stop. I could stop the presentation right now, and many of you would join right now because it's groundbreaking, right? It's revolutionary. But it gets even better because you can also, I want you to think about this. When you refer those 3 drivers, the only thing that happens is we waive your monthly fee. You're no longer paying the $199. But you don't earn anything when you refer those 3 drivers or if they refer drivers. I know some of you are thinking right now, well, do I get paid on referring drivers? Not if you're just a driver. But we have something called a Tryp Influencer. As a Tryp Influencer, you're able to earn weekly residual cash and bonuses for every new driver that you refer, as long as they remain a driver in our platform. And also, you're able to earn on the drivers that they refer as well. And I'm going to talk to you guys about that in just a moment. Now, the other way, of course, we also have vacation getaways, cars, and all kinds of other prizes that we'll share with you guys in just a moment. So now you're thinking again, okay, now he's telling us we can waive the $199. It absolutely cannot get any better. Yes, it can. I hate to burst your bubble, but it is going to get better here, you guys. Because again, we are all about empowering people, right? We're about empowering people to take care of themselves, right? To create what I call freedom businesses. And we want to do that in a very, very big way because we understand that we need drivers because they are the backbone of our business, right? They are the backbone of the rideshare industry. So with us, you can become part of the Tryp Drivers and Influencers Founders Club. For those of you in Arizona, pay close attention. This is absolutely amazing. And no one else has this in the rideshare industry. What did I say earlier? Uber and Lyft are worth billions of dollars, over $70 billion a piece. But guess what? How much of that did the drivers get? Nothing. They just got 30, 50, 64% of their income taken. Here, if you're a driver with Tryp, you're actually able to get stock bonuses and become a shareholder with our company. Now, for those of you who don't understand what that means you have ownership in this company. We're going to help you actually get ownership in this. Now, again, we're not trying to get rid of Uber and Lyft, right? We're just bringing new innovation. But again, let me put this in perspective for you. If you had shares in Uber and Lyft and they went to $70 billion right now with their valuation, where would you be today? You would not be on this webinar, I can guarantee you that, right? You'd be traveling the world somewhere. So let's put this in perspective. Let's say we just got 1% of the market share, just 1%. we would still be a multi-billion-dollar company if we just got 1% of the market. So what you have to ask yourself is it plausible that this company that is giving drivers 100% of the fare, 100% of the tip, no surcharge, stock options, that we can get 1% of the market? Absolutely, you guys. And because Uber and Lyft already did the educating to the consumer, the time frame collapses that it would take us to become $1 billion company. They had to educate consumers about what rideshare is. We don't have to do that, right? So the time frame has collapsed. So we're going to reward you guys from a financial standpoint so you guys can get freedom. You're going to become family here with us with Tryp, and we're going to build wealth together. Okay, that's the key word, together. Now, how do you qualify for the stock options? Number one is you have to be a driver on our platform for at least 18 consecutive months. Okay. Also, we have a certain base amount of shares that you're going to be able to get, but guess what? You're going to actually be able to earn more shares. So everyone's going to have a different amount because we've gamified it. So what I mean by that is we have a point system where you can actually earn and receive a different amount of stocks for doing certain tasks, like sharing the app. When you share the app, you're going to be able to get more stock. The rank that you get when people are rating you, right? The rate that you get when riders are rating you can actually get you more stock. The number of drives that you do every single month can earn you more stock. Okay, I'll actually cover that in detail at the end when we start doing the Q&A. So this is powerful, guys. You have to be both a driver and a influencer within the first 90 days to take advantage of our lucrative stock option program. Okay, within the first 90 days. And remember, we are launching in the Arizona market. That will probably be our first market that we launch in. Okay, so absolutely phenomenal what we have in place for you guys. And you're probably thinking, okay, Bishop, it absolutely cannot get any better. I know there's nothing else you can throw our way to absolutely make this an even better situation for all of us. Well, everything we just talked about right now is if you are just a driver, right? If you're a driver on our platform, you're able to get all of these amazing different aspects of our platform. But let's also talk about the Tryp Influencer for a moment as well. Now, before I start talking about the Tryp Influencer, I want to bring on Mr. Al Powell to let him just kind of give his thoughts about what I just shared with you guys right now and why he's so excited. And then we're going to go ahead and share with you what a Tryp Influencer is and how that can really help you create wealth in the Arizona market here very, very quickly. Al, are you on? Oh, I think I have to unmute Al. Hold on one second. One moment, Al. Actually, I'm going to make you a co-host as well. Okay, Al, you are a co-host now. You should be able to unmute. Okay, Al might be tied up here for just a moment. Al, whenever you want to come in, just go ahead and come in on the presentation, my friend. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about being a Tryp influencer. Now, before we start diving into this, we have a couple of disclosures I want to read. Number one is income stated is hypothetical or based on a per sale basis and is not indicative or representative of income that any specific participant may earn. Now, what does this mean? It means if you don't do anything, you don't earn anything. Okay, we're all adults here. Okay, this is not some get rich quick type of situation in life. You have to work if you want to be successful, right? But when I look at a business model, I always ask myself before I participate in it, is the reward worth the effort? Okay, is the reward worth the effort? And are they a friend of the trend? So we're going to talk about the rewards you're going to get here. Now, the second disclaimer is if you're driving right now, make sure that you do not, make sure you pull over, right? Because I always say this because the numbers that we're going to talk about right now might distract you. I don't want you to get distracted. I want you to stay focused on the road because you will be blown away at some of the stuff we're going to say. And that's just a Bishop Stewart disclosure. But I believe we have Mr. Al Powell on. Al, are you there?
Oh, okay. Oh, you have to.
Okay, I hear you, Ronnie.
You have to unmute Al. He cannot.
Oh, is he not under Alonzo Powell?
No. Yes, Atlanta Power. Yes.
Yeah, that's the one that's unmuted right now. Okay, hold on one second, you guys. Mr. Al Powell. Oh, here he is. Okay, I see him again. He's over here twice. Okay, I got you, Al.
You got me.
Yes, I got you. I didn't realize you guys were in here twice.
Right. Okay. All right, Bishop. Great job. Great job. I tell you what, you know, and just to comment, Bishop, on that Arizona market being the first one to open, you know, guys, you know, I envy you guys who are currently residing in Arizona, because there's only going to be one first market, and that is going to be Arizona. Now, there's going to be a lot of us coming to Arizona trying to get a piece of the pie. You're going to have a lot of, you know, driver influencers that are going to be coming there, and they're pretty much going to go there working the cold market, because everybody is excited about those of us who recognize what we have. We understand the importance of that first mover advantage in Arizona. So I really, really envy you guys. And I just say work hard and make sure that you have plenty of guests in the room. As the leaders start coming in there and working that market, you have an opportunity to absolutely explode your business. And all of us at the right place at the right time with Tryp Rides. You know, there's nothing like it out there. And Arizona has that first move advantage. Go ahead, Bishop.
Thank you, Al. And you guys, Mr. Al Powell is a tremendous asset to our organization. He's doing some phenomenal things. So all of you are going to get your chance to meet Mr. Al Powell here very shortly, and myself as well. We're going to be headed out to the Arizona market, and we'll talk about that in a moment. So let's talk about being a Tryp influencer and how does that benefit you. So we have 4 different ways that you can earn income right now with our organization. Number 1, share the app. Number 2, the driver referral bonus. Number 3, weekly rank residual income. And 4, rank advancement bonuses. So the first one I want to pinpoint is the app. Now, every company talks about going viral, right? You got to go viral. We got to go viral. Why? Because if you can go viral with something, it allows you to siphon off a big portion of the market share without spending a lot of money in overhead, right? And so how do we do this as Tryp Rides? Well, we kind of looked at the apps that currently exist out there right now in the marketplace. So for instance, if I was going to say, hey, Sam, go download this app right now. It's an Uber app or Lyft app. It's an alternative to taking a taxi. Sam's going to go take some rides. It's going to be great for Lyft and Uber or whatever company it is. It's going to be great for the driver. He's going to earn income as well. But for me sharing the app, not too much happens. So what we've done is we've incentivized that behavior of sharing the app. So what happens now is if I say, Sam, go download the Tryp Rides app. It's an alternative to other rideshare companies out there. Guess what? He downloads the app, but every single time that he takes a ride, I earn 40 cents. Every single time he takes a ride, I earn 40 cents. So let's put this in perspective, you guys. Let's say you share the app with 250 people. It's a free app. It doesn't cost them anything to download. And let's just say they take 2 rides per month. The average rideshare person takes about 2 to 3 rides per month, okay? So that would be $200 a month now in your pocket. If they just took 2 rides a month, 200 rides per, $200 per month residually. Now, the question is, how many people can you share this with? Now, what did I say earlier about the statistics? Where's this industry going? It's going to 97 million rides per day. 97 million rides per day. This is powerful, you guys. What if you did an online campaign, and we're going to give you guys all the marketing tools for this, and you had 1,000 people download the app? What happens when we go international? So for all of you that are in Arizona, this is where the app is going to be used first. So what does this mean for you? You guys have first movers advantage to get out there and get people to download the app and actually take rides. You guys will actually be earning the 40 cents per ride before all the other markets. This is a massive, massive opportunity for anyone to go out there and get thousands of people to download this app and take rides. And some of you can start making 500, 1,000 plus a month residually just from people taking a ride with our app. What does that mean? That means you're making money while you sleep. If you have a job right now, guess what? If you're a bookkeeper and you're in your job and you're on your computer, you're still making money now outside of the job, which is what? Leverage. That's what wealth creation is all about, is creating leverage. Now, let's say you're a driver. I talked to some Uber drivers. One gentleman in the last 2 years and 3 months, he did over 12,000 rides. And he said, Bishop, if I would have shared this app with 64% of those passengers and said, hey, download this app, it's an alternative for rideshare, and they took 1 to 2 rides per month, I'd be averaging about $6,400 a month right now. So think about that. If you're a driver, that also means you're now earning money from that same rider, even when they're not in your vehicle. Even when they're taking rides with someone else, you're earning money. This is absolutely massive. So if you're in Arizona, you need to be paying close attention, because you guys are going to benefit from this first and have the ability to earn some serious, serious income. Now, if you refer a driver, what do you get? You're going to earn $50 for every new driver that you refer to our platform, and this is unlimited. We've already had people refer over 100 drivers to our platform, right? And you're going to earn $50 for every new driver that you refer. Again, we're launching first in your market. How many drivers do you know that would rather get 100% of the fare in their tip? Now, this is where things really, really come into play right here. Let me fast forward through this. Okay, here we go. Now, this is where I want you to pay attention. Again, if you're driving, pull over, okay? Because I do not want you to get distracted with this. This is very powerful. Now, how much can you earn as a influencer with our company as you move up in different ranks? Number one, I want you to understand, we are now talking about if you're not just a driver, but you're an influencer as well. So if you're just a driver and you refer 3 drivers, the only thing that happens is we waive your monthly fee. We no longer charge you the $199. But if you're a driver and an influencer, we still are charging the $199 per month. Why? Because influencers are able to start earning in all these different income streams that I'm sharing with you right now. Someone that's just a driver does not, okay? So they only waive their fee. If you're an influencer, you're still paying the $199 per month if you're an influencer and a driver, okay? Very, very important you understand that. The reason I'm sharing that is because everything I'm about to show you right now is based on our membership model where everyone's paying the $199 per month, okay? Now, to qualify for everything that I'm about to share with you, you have to do one thing. You have to personally refer 3 drivers to our platform. So let's go ahead and start looking at this. If you refer 3 drivers to our platform, you're now earning $200 a month, right? You're paying $199, but now you're earning $200 a month, so you're already in a profit, okay? And we pay weekly. We've already been paying, okay? For the past several weeks now, people are already getting paid every single week. So you would get $50 per week. Now, when you have 10 drivers in your organization, here's a big distinction. This does not mean now, moving forward, you have to personally refer these drivers. What this means is, let's say you refer 3 drivers, I refer Al, Ronnie, and Tracy, and then I help them share with other drivers, and now we have 10 drivers in my team. I would now be earning $600 a month, $150 a week. Now, that might sound like a small number to you, but there are people right now today that would save their foreclosures on their homes with just $500. The average house in America is only $500 a month away of losing their house. So what does that mean? If they lost $500 in their income, they would lose their homes. This is a very, very big deal for a lot of people. At 24 drivers, not you personally referring them, your team growing to that, you're now earning $1,000 per month. 60 drivers, you're now earning $2,000 per month, okay? $500 a week, residually. Okay, that's the key word here, residual. Residual income is life-changing income, you guys. There's a difference between making $2,000 a month in corporate America and going and working 30 to 40 hours a week than making residual $2,000 a month, okay? Now, how many of you guys could go to your boss right now today and say, hey, I was thinking about getting a $24,000 a year raise. right? They're going to laugh at you, fire you, or tell you to get out of the office. Why not give it to yourself? That's just 60 drivers, right? And now you're earning $2,000 per month, okay? Now, at 180 drivers, you're earning $5,000 per month. Would that make a difference for you? That would make a difference for everybody in this platform and webinar right now, an extra $5,000 a month. 400 drivers, you're now earning $10,000 per month, you guys, residually. Now, this is usually people's first financial goal, to make $100,000 a year. Well, you just did it right now with 400 drivers. At 1,000 drivers, you're earning $25,000 per month. 2,000 drivers, you're earning $50,000 per month. 4,000 drivers, you're earning $100,000 a month, which is people's second goal, to make 7 figures. How do I become a millionaire, right? It would change my family's history. It's only 400 drivers, you guys. 12,000 drivers is $250,000 a month. 24,000 drivers is now $500,000 per month. Okay, so think about this, you guys. I want you to understand the magnitude of this. You are looking right now at a $6.5 million a year opportunity. Residually. $6.5 million a year is what's on the table. You would now be earning more than doctors that went to school for several years. You're earning more than high-end attorneys. You're earning more than even the presidents of the United States at this point. You're in one of the top income earners in the world. Okay? Now, how can we pay this out? You're probably asking yourself. Well, there's something called breakage. So if you look here at the 5K level, it's 180 drivers. You'll notice that you don't start earning any more than $5,000 a month until you have 400 drivers, and now you're earning $10,000 a month. Okay, so that difference between 180 and 400 is what's called breakage. So what that means is you're not all of a sudden going to start earning $6,200 a month, $7,300 a month, so on and so forth. You will only be making $5,000 a month at 180 drivers until you reach 400 drivers, okay? Very, very important you guys notice this. Now, I said earlier, we pay weekly. So let's just say, you know, you're here at the $25,000 a month mark. That means Saturday you log into your bank account and there's a deposit from Tryp Rides for $6,200. Another 7 days go by, you log into your bank account, there's another deposit for $6,200. It's life-changing, you guys. Now, let's put this into perspective, right? The big numbers are great, and we'll have many people that reach those, but I like to talk about the small numbers because that's what can change people's lives. I believe we will have the most people making $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a month than any other company out there, because let's look at the numbers. Now, remember what I said earlier. Just in Orange County and Los Angeles County alone, there are 86,000 drivers. So let me ask you guys this. Mark, are you able to unmute yourself or not? Let me find Mark Anthony really quick because I really want him to say something there. There you are, Mark. Okay, you're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. So
Finally.
So this is Mark Anthony that we have on now. Mark Anthony is our Tryp Rides contact and leader there in Arizona market. So Mark, I want you to kind of share for a moment in Arizona. How big is the population in Arizona, and how many riders or drivers do you guys think you guys have out there in Arizona?
Absolutely. Hey, Bishop, I appreciate the time here. I was trying to mute myself from the beginning, but unfortunately had some technology issues, but I'm now be able to chat with y'all. Yeah, absolutely. Arizona, man, unreal. We are the first market to really launch this company. It's a very, very big deal for those of you guys are not in the industry. But absolutely, you know, I've been talking to a lot of drivers as well here in the Phoenix metro area. I'm not sure the number is, but I've heard different numbers. Population-wise, we have about 5 million people here in Arizona, in the Phoenix metro area. Well, statewide, Arizona, 5 million people.
Yeah, just in Phoenix alone, you guys have about 1.62 million people. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, population-wise, and you said you mean by drivers or what?
No. That's just population.
Oh, we have more than that.
Yeah,
I have 5 million people.
no, I'm talking about just Phoenix alone.
Oh, Phoenix alone, yeah. Phoenix alone,
just
yes. 1 million, yes, absolutely. About drivers, I've been speaking with drivers. There's about, around roughly 20,000 something drivers here in the Phoenix metro area alone. So as you guys can see, there's a lot of opportunity for growth. And, it's just mind boggling because we're just on the cusp of really, really launching this thing and be fully launched and get drivers on the road. So we just need to be, to come as one and really attack this market and really launch this market as fast as possible, because the apps are going to be launching here very, very shortly, here in the beginning of the March. So yeah.
So when you look at this, here's the question I want to pose to all of you in Arizona right now. Is it plausible? Because this is the way you want to think about things, right? Don't think about, well, what if it doesn't happen? Think about, is this plausible? Is it possible that out of the 20-something thousand drivers you guys have there in Phoenix, that you and some of your friends can identify 180 of them that would rather get 100% of their fare, 100% of their tip, stock options, pay directly, and have a free business by referring 3? Do you think that's possible? Right? I see some of you laughing right now. That means you're already earning $5,000 a month residually. I want you guys to understand the magnitude of what we're sharing with you guys right now. And each one of you are the first to absolutely start this market. You guys have first movers advantage in a massive, massive way. So here's the numbers I want to share with you guys really quick. For us to open up that market, we're looking at about 3,000 drivers. We will maximize that market at about 12,000 drivers, okay? Now, the question isn't, are we going to have 3,000 drivers and build it up to 12,000 drivers? Absolutely. The question is, how many of those drivers that we are going to bring on are going to be in your organization? Because I promise you, as Mr. Al Powell, myself, Mark Anthony, Patty Swan, all the other amazing individuals that are already here with our company, that are ready and poised to launch Phoenix, and Mary and all of them out there, they're going to do amazing work, you guys. So you have got to really take this serious and start preparing yourself for launching the Phoenix and Arizona market, okay? Now, another way that we earn income besides this membership right here, SaaS model, is we also earn a $1.99 booking fee, okay? Because some of you are saying, well, how are they making their money if they're paying out all of this? One is we get paid from the membership, but two, we also get a $1.99 booking fee. Uber is around $2.40, $2.45, okay? Those might sound like small numbers to you, but when we have hundreds of thousands of drivers on the road, the average driver doing X amount of rides per day, we already know the numbers. You're talking about tens of millions of dollars coming into the company per month. Very, very lucrative. Now, we have a no more than 40% of drivers can come from one personally enrolled team. All that means is you can't sign up one person and go out there and have that person build you a team of 24,000, and now you're making 500,000 a month. So this is why I said in the beginning, you need to personally refer 3 drivers and help those 3 drivers go out there and build a team. So you want to build a team of at least 3. Okay, and so that's how that works. And there's a lot of training on that, so you don't have to worry about all that too much today. So powerful, as you guys can see. So now we're going to talk about the rank of achievement bonuses. You guys are probably saying, he has to stop at some point. This is crazy, right? This is powerful what we're looking at here. So to go through the rank achievement bonuses, I'm going to go ahead and turn that over to Mr. Mark Anthony to go ahead and go through these rank achievement bonuses. Mark, I'm going to go ahead and unmute you, my friend. Okay, there you go.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Bishop. Appreciate that. Yeah, so we're just going to give you guys more bonuses here just for helping the company grow. As you can see here, rank achievement bonuses. As you reach the $2,000 a month level at 60 drivers, we're going to give you $500 bonus. Okay. If you reach the $5,000 a month rank with 180 drivers, is going to be $1,500 bonus to you. At 400 drivers at 10K a month rank, that's an extra $5,000 right there, guys. As you can see, it's just 77,000 drivers bonus for you guys, just for helping the company grow and actually, participate in the growth of the company, guys. And this is a one-time bonus, right? As you can see, I must maintain the rank for 3 months to qualify. On top of that, guys, we're going to give you guys, as we explained here earlier, Bishop explained that we're going to give you guys trip experience getaways, vacation getaways, right? So as you can see here, at 25,000 a month residual rank at 1,000 drivers, we're going to give you a weekend getaway for 2. Okay, on top of the cash we're going to give you guys, $7,000 in bonus. Achieving a 25K rank, we're going to give you 2 weekend getaways, or a weekend getaway for 2 people, airfare, resort, food, and spending cash included. Guys, I don't know what company does this just for referring drivers. Now we move on. How about a cruise? How many of you guys been on a cruise before? Right? A Tryp experience cruise at the $50,000 rank, 2,000 drivers are going to send you on an all-inclusive cruise for a family up to 4. Airfare, cruise, and spending cash as well. You got to maintain a rank for 4 months to qualify. Again, guys, how about a car? How many of you guys know what car this is right here? Right, we're going to give you a Tryp electric vehicle, right? This is the Tesla Model 3, or a compatible vehicle if you reach the $100,000 rank at 4,000 drivers, and you have to maintain the rank for 6 months to qualify. Guys, a car. We're going to give you a car, not a car payment, a car. All right. Now, if you reach the 250K level at 12,000 drivers, this is a Tryp luxury electric vehicle, right? We're going to give you a vehicle, but we're going to give you the luxury version if you reach a $250,000 rank, which is a vehicle upgrade to a high-end Model S, X, or a compatible vehicle. You need to maintain the rank for 6 months to qualify for this luxury electric vehicle. And this is my favorite of all, guys. And this is awesome here. This is what we call the ultimate Tryp experience. Now, imagine yourself, guys, traveling the world, right? We're gonna give you an ultimate package, an ultimate experience from Tryp to go on a first-class trip around the world, all expenses paid. When you reach the $500,000 income rank with 24,000 drivers. Guys, this is the ultimate experience right here. Imagine yourself in Paris at the Eiffel Tower. Imagine yourself at Santorini, Greece here. Man, this is unbelievable, guys. I don't know what company that does this, but we are changing the game, guys, through these bonuses.
Well, not only that. Yeah, but not only that, I want you guys to think about this. Let's say that this trip takes you 8 weeks to be on this trip going around the world, right? I've been around the world, and I got to tell you guys, it's an amazing world, regardless of what the media would have you believe. It's amazing. Right. And I can tell you guys, here's what's powerful. Let's say you're on this trip for 8 weeks and you don't even open up your computer, you never turn on your cell phone. You would still come back worth $1 million richer because you're earning $500,000 a month residually. This is life changing, you guys. This is a massive, massive opportunity staring you guys in the face, unlike anything I've ever seen. And again, so many people have missed the other amazing companies, right, out there in the rideshare industry. And now you have an opportunity to plug in to one of the best companies out there that are going to hit the rideshare industry. Go ahead, Mark. Oh, I think Mark is muted on that. Okay, there you go. Sorry.
Yeah. So, guys, we are on the cusp, guys, here in Arizona. So there's 4 ways that you guys can join us. Wherever you guys see yourself fit, 4 ways to join as a member here. So one is being the app user, right? As we mentioned, we have the lowest fares on every ride, no surge pricing ever. Okay. We also have reward points that are redeemable for cash on every time that you ride. You share the app unlimited times with friends and family, and you get to earn reward points every time that they use the app. You can book ahead of time with your favorite driver for up to 3 locations. There's also a safety panic button, as we explained here in the presentation. So you can join as a free member as an app user. Okay. Now, if you guys know, we are a rideshare company, right? So our customers are the driver. Tryp's customers are the drivers, and we are a rideshare company. So we need drivers on the road ASAP, okay? So as a driver, you can join us as a driver with a $250 setup fee. and also a $199 monthly fee to be able to utilize the technology, the app, the marketing resources that we have available for you. Again, you get 100% of the fair tips, wait time, cancellation fee when they occur, and when you refer 3 drivers, you get your free membership, and your membership is waived. Okay, and the next membership is what we call the influencer, right? Being able to refer drivers to the company. Now, with the influencer, you join as a member for $149 yearly fee, and you get access to our full personal marketing platform suite. All of our automated email marketing systems, our branded marketing materials, done for you automated email drip system. These are all the marketing systems that we have in place for you once you join as an influencer to be able to help you build, grow, and scale your business here with Tryp. As you can see here, social media content, everything that needs to help you grow your business and take it to the next level here with Tryp, guys. And I've paid for a lot of tools and marketing stuff on a monthly basis, and $149 yearly fee. That's just a steal, guys. But here's a next membership that that I talk to a lot of people that are 99% people that I talk to are joining us on board here, which is the driver influencer membership. And what that consists of is the $399 setup fee and influencer fee. Okay, so what that derived from is a $250 setup plus the $149 yearly fee for the influencer, and also the $199 monthly fee for you to utilize the technology as a driver influencer. So that doesn't get waived as a driver influencer, just to reiterate that. So you get the benefits of the driver membership. You also get the benefits, all of the benefits from the influencer standpoint, the compensation plan, the tools, and also the stock option bonus program as well, where you get to earn stock options from everything you do while helping us build a Tryp brand. And as a driver influencer, the membership, like I said, is not waived when you personally refer 3 drivers to the company. However, you get to earn weekly residual income, which a regular driver member does not qualify for. So those are the 4 ways that you can join us here at Tryp, guys. And other than that, Bishop, anything did you want to add that I'm missing here or whatnot?
No, I just really wanted to, again, thank you, Mark, for coming on here. You guys are going to hear a lot from Mark because, again, he is our point of contact and person out there for Tryp rides in the Arizona market. Just a tremendous individual, as well as Al Powell and so many other amazing people. Now, where are we at, you guys? So we have already, if you're seeing this for the first time, over the last several weeks here, we already have over 20,000 people in the system. Over 20,000 people have already joined Tryp rides and ready to just do some amazing things. But where we are launching first, again, is in your market. Okay, we have the apps that are about to be unleashed and revealed. We have 2 apps. We have a rider app, and then we also have a driver app that are going to be coming out in the market. To open up the markets, we're looking at around 3,000 drivers in the Arizona area. We are positioning ourselves now to start focusing very heavily on Arizona. That's the purpose of this presentation. We will have another presentation this evening and then another one on Saturday. We are also starting weekly events and meetings there in the Arizona market. Myself, Mr. Al Powell, will be flying to the Arizona market to spend time out there to help you guys really build this market. My goal personally, as chairman of the council, is to get those first rides happening in March. So I want you guys to think about this. I'm going to be throwing out a lot of contests for you guys where you guys can win money and all kinds of other amazing things, not from the company, from myself personally, for helping us spread the word and bringing on drivers. Also, we are going to be filming the very first ride that happens. So if you're a driver out there, you could be the one that gets filmed doing the first drive, literally making history, right? So we're going to do all kinds of amazing things for that very first ride that happens. So think about if you were the first person who did the first Uber drive, right? I want you guys to remember, this is creating your own ecosystem. Imagine being a driver at the very beginning, one of the first 100 drivers, one of the first 3,000 drivers. And here, being able to build a real book of business, which you can't do with Uber and Lyft. If you were one of the first drivers with Uber and they allowed you to actually build a book of business where people can order you over and over again, how much money would you be making right now a month? Think about that. It'd be powerful. But then you can also be making money from the app. Think about that, right? As we grow in the market and you're one of the first people to share the app with people and you start earning 40 cents every time they take a ride from now until infinity. And then you're bringing on drivers and referring drivers. And now you have 3,000 people in your organization, 2,000 people, 1,000 people in your organization. You're earning that residual. So everyone prays to be in the right place at the right time. Every single one of you on this webinar right now are in the right place at the right time. The question is, are you going to be the right person? Are you going to recognize the massive opportunity staring you in the face? Are you going to do it? Mark Zuckerberg talked to 9 of his friends and said, hey, you guys, meet me in the dorm room. And he asked each of them for $1,500. Some of them did it and gave him $1,500. And they're some of the youngest billionaires in the world today. The other ones turned him down. Now, were they all in the right place at the right time? Absolutely. But not all of them recognized the massive opportunity staring them in the face. You guys are in the right place at the right time. We are about to go into massive, massive action in the Arizona market. Myself, Mr. Al Powell, Damon, we are looking for key people that want to run with us. Now, you guys are talking to people such as Al Powell, self-made millionaire who's done amazing things in this industry. Mr. Damon, who's just, I mean, this guy is just phenomenal. He's flying all over the place already, right? We are looking for key people that want to lock arms with us. We're not looking for looky-loos, okay? I can talk to you guys from a business perspective. I'm a businessman. I'm not looking for looky-loos. I'm not looking for people who have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, don't really know what they want to create out of life. I'm looking for people that want to transform their lives. I've been blessed. I've lived a blessed life. I've traveled around the world. I own companies here and companies international because I take action. I'm looking for people that want transformation. I'm looking for people that want to be free. I'm looking for people that want to go to that next level in life. Okay, if that's not you, there's nothing wrong with that. You can be on the sidelines, right? And just watch everything that happens, right? Some of you this time next year are going to be complaining about this economy being down, right? My definition of poor, P-O-O-R, is passed over opportunities regularly. You've got to stop passing over all these amazing opportunities that are coming your way. Successful people make quick decisions and they change their minds slowly. They recognize opportunity. They recognize if it's a friend of the trend, if it's something that the consumer behaviors are going towards, and they take massive action. Stop passing over opportunities, right? That's the definition of poor. People say the economy is down. Really? There's more millionaires and billionaires in the world today than ever before in history because they're leveraging the new economy. And they're becoming billionaires and millionaires faster than ever before in history. This is not my opinion. You can go look it up yourself and do the research. This is the best time to be alive right now. And we live in America where you can go and create whatever it is you want to create. So that's who we're looking for. If you're one of those people and you say, I'm ready to step up, I'm in the Arizona market, I want you guys to think about this. Because you're in Arizona, you guys also will be the first ones to make residual income with our organization, because that's where we're launching first. That means as we start launching there, people are going to be paying the $199, and you guys can earn residual before the rest of us. This is huge. If you're not ready to run, please don't waste the time, because I'm going to be focused. Damon's going to be focused. Mr. Al Powell, Patty Swan, Mark, all the amazing leaders, Ruby, we're all going to be focused. Right? And I don't want to have to call someone and say, hey, I'm here, let's do this, get me on the phone with somebody, and oh, I don't really know what I want to do, and oh, you know, maybe tomorrow. No, you are not going to change your life until you take action. Massive, massive action. That's who we're looking for. So what I want to do right now is turn it over to Damon real quick to share some of his thoughts and knowledge. I'm not sure if you're still in Arizona, Damon. I know you flew out there a few days ago, but if you can just share some your thoughts about where this is going and what's going to happen into the Arizona market.
Thank you. Can you hear me, Bishop?
Yes, loud and clear.
Thank you, guys. I just got back yesterday. I'm back in Atlanta, Georgia, but I'm thinking about going back up there next Friday, the 8th. I'm talking to Yanni now to see if we're going to make that possible. But I met some amazing people down there. And the rideshare industry down there, they're wide open for it. I got some videos that I'm going to upload on our group and let you see how the riders, they ready. They say, man, we hate Uber and Lyft, literally. And if this trip can take off, count all of us in. This is the words that they say. They say, count all of us in. And I was talking to about 30 of them at a rideshare hub. And I was just blown away about the response that they was giving us. And I'm sitting there like, oh, they can't even see no marketing or anything. But just let you know is they understand that something needs to change in the rideshare industry. And Tryp is literally a breath of fresh air. That's why I'm so excited. In Phoenix, Arizona, we get ready Tryp over there for real. So thank you, Bishop, for letting me say some words.
Absolutely. And man, I just got to tell you, appreciate you so much. All the hard work that you're doing is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you for seeing the vision. And again, you guys, he is taking action. Mr. Al Powell is not a self-made millionaire in pretty much everything that he does because he looks at stuff, he takes action. It's all about taking the action. Now, I'm not sure if we have on, I want you guys to hear from a couple people before we close this out and tell you guys what we're about to do in this market, just to show you guys the action that we're going to take. I don't see Patty on. Okay, I was looking for Patty, but I don't see her on. So what I'm going to do is, real quickly, I want to turn it over to Mary and have Mary just share some words with you guys. She's out there in the market, excited to lock arms with her as well. And Mary, is there anything that you want to share? And I have you unmuted now. Is there anything that you want to share about why you're excited about the Arizona market? Mary, can you hear me?
Hang on 1 second.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you now.
Hold on. Yeah, I mean, this market is just amazing, and I'm ready to get out myself and do flyers and do whatever it takes to get people on board. I have a bunch of people that I am going to put in some of these meetings that we have coming to Phoenix. So I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be out in Glendale, Phoenix, pretty much everywhere, and they're gonna know who I am as well.
Awesome, awesome. Appreciate you, Mary, and definitely looking forward to being out there with you and locking arms with you. What was it about Tryp that got you so excited when you saw it?
For me?
Yes.
I have been looking for something like this for a long time, and I'm actually an online marketer as well. But when I saw Tryp and I saw the possibilities for Tryp for the residual income for in my opinion, a pittance of a cost to get involved and to change people's lives. I mean, people that are out there driving for the other rideshare companies, you know, they're working hard, they're using their own cars. And I mean, Tryp to me is just an amazing, amazing business that is going to change lives. It's really going to change lives, not only for the drivers, for influencers, for mom and dads, and just a lot of people that are looking for that business that they can just lock arms and work with amazing people.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you're a driver out there, you're already meeting tons of people, right? This is such an easy thing to talk to with other people. Everyone knows what rideshare is. I just started telling people, hey, do you know anyone who drives Uber or Lyft or any of the other rideshare companies? And people are like, yeah, I know so-and-so and so-and-so. Or even when I'm in a ride with somebody and I'm taking an Uber or Lyft or Via, whatever it is, and they hear me talk about this, every single driver has signed up that has heard me talking about this in the back seat. Why? Because we're solving problems for them. We're bringing solutions for them, right? And that's what it's all about, changing lives. But now, all of us can participate in the rideshare industry and benefit unlike ever before. Because I'm busy. I can't drive every day, right? I can't go around driving and stuff. I got companies to run and different things to do. But now I can still leverage and be a part of the rideshare industry. Is so powerful. So to come up right now, I want to bring back up Mr. Al Powell so he and I can close this out and talk about what's coming up, what we're going to be doing for Arizona, and to just really get you guys to understand the massive action that we're about to take. Mr. Al Powell, are you there?
Can you hear me, Bishop?
Yes, I can, Mr. Al Powell. I'll let you go ahead and start closing this out, my friend.
Yes. close you guys out. Let me just say this, guys. You know, again, there's a lot of motivated people, a lot of motivated leaders on this call right now. And I tell you what, Damon, an example, I told you, the leaders are coming to Arizona. And there's no question about it that Arizona will put on the map in a big, big way. It's going to be on the map in a big, big way. So we want it to happen sooner than later. So we want all of you guys to just start, you know, really being aggressive with your business. Give it all you got. That's all we can ask of you. Give it all you got. But again, we have an opportunity of a lifetime because you got to find out about it first in Arizona. And I tell you what, I don't think there's a lot of people that are aggressively building in Arizona right now. So a lot of us are positioned to really, really explode this. So my advice to all of you, get ready because it's about to happen in a big, big way. Back at you, Bishop, and
Thank you.
Rally guests to the next webinar. Don't
Exactly.
just get on there by yourself, but rally your guests also.
Exactly. So we have another webinar that we're going to be doing tonight at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, your time out there in Arizona. So make sure you invite people to that presentation tonight at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 6 p.m. for all of you that are in the Pacific Standard Time, like myself. Make sure you invite people. Now, we are going to be starting weekly events out there in the Arizona market. We have several locations that are being looked at right now and discussed, including one mansion, actually 2 different mansions out there that we'll be doing presentations in. Myself, Mr. Al Powell, and Damon as well. We're all going to be coming back and forth to Arizona for the next few weeks. We're going to be going out to Arizona, but also we're going to start prepping that market. We're going to be doing very big meetings out there, also one-on-ones and sitting there, and you guys can bring people to us. We'll talk to them for you. We'll do the heavy lifting. If you can bag them, we'll tag them, right? That's what we say. If you can bag them, we'll tag them. Your job is to just get people in front of us, in front of the information. We'll do the explaining, we'll do the closing and everything for you guys, okay? Now, then after we start building up that market, I am going to have the CEO, Mr. Robert McNulty, fly into Arizona with me to do one really big launch event meeting out there in the Arizona area. So all of you are going to be able to meet Mr. Robert McNulty, etc. So our goal right now is that magic 3K, that magic 3,000 drivers. We're very focused on it over the next several weeks. We will reach that goal, I guarantee you guys, and we are going to get this market launched and open. So again, thank you for being on board. Let's go Arizona. We have a lot of marketing to do, and we're going to train you how to do this over the next several weeks, how to build your business, and we're going to focus in on with you guys. And I'm excited for each and every one of you because you guys are going to be the ones to make history. Okay, Al and myself, we're way out here in California and stuff. You know, we're not launching California yet, so you guys will be the ones making history here. So I'm excited to hear your success stories coming up here in March about the residuals that you're making, about the drives that you're doing, so on and so forth. So that's my time, you guys. I will see you guys on the next presentation at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And again, we apologize that we did start late today due to the technical difficulties, but we will have that fixed for the next presentation. Take care. God bless.